What's going to happen if your robot becomes sentient?
You're going to have to tell me what that actually means. I'm sorry.
Well, if the robot starts having a brain of its own and
Oh,
starts to starts laying bricks wherever it wants to lay bricks. And
you know, it's not that unreasonable to think that at some point in time, these things are going to drive themselves to a building site. Okay. They just are. And there's going to be a trailer of building materials that's been delivered there, and it will see that, and it will back up to that trailer and connect to it. It will be able to feed itself, and it will be able to build that structure and depart. All this is going to happen, probably and hopefully not in my lifetime. But I think for the young kids coming through at the moment who see AI and robotics and all these technologies that are really starting to get traction now, it's gonna be that way for them. They're gonna see that, So
but
how
right
much
now,
the
you'll
brain?
still drive the robot your to the job site, and then after that, it takes over and runs itself.
Yeah. Once the machine knows where the slab is in space, so we basically take 3 or 4 surveys of the slab, and then that correlates with the program of that the machine's been emailed of the structure it's going to build. And once it knows where that slab sits in space, then it will just build that structure. Okay. No matter where it is, whether it's below ground level, whether it's above ground level, it really doesn't matter as long as the machine understands where that sits, and then it knows where every single brick is in space on top of that slab. It doesn't lay a brick on top of another brick.
Yeah.
It lets a brick go in a point of space where that brick should reside, if that makes
That's
sense.
true.
Right?
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. So that's not sort of saying like, where's the other brick I just laid? Oh, there it is. I'll put another one on top. If you just ask the machine to lay brick number 755, it will just let a brick go in space. Just let it go out in the open, because
So
that's where
it's similar to 3D concrete printing. I mean, this is also a form of 3D concrete printing because you're relying on X, Y, and Z coordinates. You're not relying on what happens below, what happens above. Like you just said, it lays at this particular coordinate on the floor slab.
That's right. It's exactly the same. The only difference between us and the 3D concrete printing community is that we're using what we'd term as a QC product. A brick or a block, it's of a known dimension. Their additive material is wet concrete. Our additive material is a concrete, clay, or an AAC block. But similarly, they're all 3D printers. Most of the 3D printers we see around the world are like a gantry-based system, where they put the infrastructure in and then they pump the concrete to the nozzle through a gantry system. Whereas we've developed a highway capable mobile robot system to do the same thing. I think in the future, we may also do some 3D concrete printing using our mobile system too. That's all possible. But at the moment, there's over 2 trillion bricks and blocks laid around the world every year. And the humans needed to lay those bricks and blocks are, like I said, retiring at quite a high rate now. And there's a very little uptake of those trades from our 21st century school leavers. And that leaves a big void that can only be filled with machines.
Yeah.
And, we don't see a lot of other people in the world doing what we're doing. And we think that's just because it's a damn hard thing to do.